Hello and welcome to this video. On this video, I'm going to be replacing the gasket on my driver's side mirror on my 1995 W140 S-320 model Mercedes. Now, Mercedes does not offer these parts in the electronic parts catalog. So if you look in the EPC, you won't find them. And I did an online search and I was able to find these original equipment parts through a company called atpartsonline.com, which is also called AutoPro. And these actually are for the W202 chassis and the W210 chassis from 1995 to 98, but with some slight modifications, they should fit the W140 chassis. So I'm going to show you what's wrong with the existing gasket and why I'm going to replace it. So this is the driver's side mirror and this is the original seal. As you can see, it's falling apart. More than that, it's all gummy and gooey and it's just like real soft. So the passenger side does not have any problems, only this side, the driver's side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold back the mirror and I'm going to show you how the mirror is mounted. All right, so if you fold back the mirror, you're going to find there's 3 screws holding it to the door. Up here, one here, and then one back in the back. Now I already changed my screws out to button head Allen screws because it's really hard to get a Phillips screwdriver in here to get these screws out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take these back loose. The mirror at that point will come loose and it's got 2 plug-ins that go in the back of it where the wiring comes through. And so we'll get that all loose and off and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next to replace this gasket. I removed the mirror by pulling 2 plugs out that connect to it, here and here. And then I depinned the connector, and the way I did it is this bottom piece flips up, and then you can take a small screwdriver and go next to each pin. And if you see which side the tab is on, you have to look under magnifying glass. You'll be able to release the tab for each pin, but you want to draw a diagram first for the wiring, which I've done. To release this piece here, it comes out as a whole assembly. You have to release the top and the bottom. So you have to put a little small screwdriver in there, and then one in the top, and the whole thing will pop loose. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old thing off. It's just rotted, as you can see. It's just falling apart. My hands are all gooey and gummy. So to get this off easily, I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife and slit it here and here and just pull it and get rid of it and clean up around it. And then I'll start putting this piece back on. So to put this piece on, I'm going to have to use an X-Acto knife to cut out for this spot here and where the screws go. And where the wiring comes through here, I'll have to cut that out. And then there's 2 wires that go through here. I'll have to put a small hole there and pull those wires through. So I'll get that, this old one taken off, the new one put on, and we'll come back and see what we're going to do. I've reinstalled the pins back into the connectors and put the whole connector assembly back on like it came off. I did notice the wiring seems to be this biodegradable kind, so the insulation's not as sturdy as I was hoping, so hopefully there's no shorts. But it came out looking really nice. And on the inside where it has a biodegradable sleeve, whoever came up with that ought to be shot. Having said that though, I put some Tessa tape on here so that it could properly be routed. And so now I'm ready to go install it and test it. Okay, I've reinstalled the mirror and now we're ready to see if it'll flip out. And there she goes. Perfect. And then we'll adjust it and I guess everything's perfect. So that's really all there is to this video. Thank you for watching.